Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today is Wednesday, September the 18th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. Defendants are all present in the courtroom. They were sworn in earlier before we got started. OJ, are you there?
It's me, Michelle Puig. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, okay. You want to turn on your camera, Michelle?
I don't think it's working here. There you go, Judge.
There you go. Okay, first case we're going to call is C 4183-24-F, State of Texas versus Julio Ayala. Go ahead and stand up, Mr. Ayala. You speak English, correct? You speak English? Okay. This is Laura Martinez Barbosa's case. You may proceed, Laura.
Thank you, Your Honor. Does he speak English? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Your Honor, I believe the misdemeanor has been complained upon. That's the evading arrest. So that's CR 24013858A. So we're just proceeding on the evading arrest detention with a vehicle, which is set at $5,000, and the unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, which is set at $10,000. And Your Honor, I'm requesting any kind of reduction so we can try to make the bond.
Okay, what says the state?
Judge, we believe the bond's reasonable, Your Honor. He also has two pending cases at intake. He stole a vehicle, he evaded, he crashed into a fence, it caught fire, Your Honor. We believe that at $5,000 and $10,000, that's a very low bond, Judge, and we believe it's reasonable for this offense.
Mr. Ayala, how old are you, sir? 18. Are you in high school? Graduate high school? Are you working? What do you do all day?
I do work.
Where at? Who do you live with? Who? What city?
Sorry,
Drop out of high school or did you get a GED?
that kid.
This year, last year, or what?
That kid.
I'm going to order monthly UAs, which means you're going to get drug tested every month. You come back positive, you're good for drugs or alcohol, I'm going to put you back in jail. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
I'm also going to order that you be released to AIP officials, which means you'll be under house arrest. If you're supposed to be in school or working, you need to let them know your schedule, and you need to be where you say you're going to be on that schedule. If you're supposed to be home and they go check and you're not there, that's a violation. They're going to notify me, and you're going to end up back in jail. Is that clear? Bond on the evading arrest with vehicle will be reduced. $1,000 cash surety. Bond on the unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. This to $2,500 cash surety. Anything else, Laura?
Your Honor, that concludes my business for this most honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Judge.
afternoon.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Next case we're going to call is, you can have a seat, Mr. C 4272-24-E, State of Texas versus Damian Cantu. You speak English, Mr. Cantu?
Yes, sir.
Who? Damian Cantu. Go ahead and move a little bit more to your left there, or your right. Right there's good. Reggie, this is your motion. Your client's present. He does speak English. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. This looks like it's an assault that there was a warrant on. According to my client, the sheriff's office had conducted a traffic stop, and there was a warrant that was discovered. And it looks like it's an assault case. But
It's a stalking case.
I'm sorry, stalking case, and it's got a $20,000 bond. Judge, I believe my client's a USC and is not in contact with the party that he thinks he's accused of stalking. And so obviously, Judge, we'd ask for a significant reduction. I don't have a problem with him answering questions about where he would be residing for any conditions that the court deems appropriate.
To the state,
Yes, Your Honor, we believe the bond is reasonable. Again, he communicates with her all the time. He places nails behind her car. That way when she pulls out, her tires pop. There's video surveillance of everything, Judge. We think it's reasonable. Whatever bond that the court wants to order, we just want to absolutely make sure he has no contact with the victim, face to face, through family members, text messages, anything like that.
Sure, we don't have a problem with that, Judge, with any of those conditions.
Mr. Cantu, when you were magistrated or when you went before the judge initially, he ordered a protective order, which means you cannot have any contact with the alleged victim, which is a Cynthia Bueno. You cannot have any contact with her or her family members. You cannot go within 200 yards of her home, her place of business, or where her children attend school. Do you understand that? If you violate those conditions, you will be arrested again, facing new charges. Is that clear? You cannot own any weapons. If you have any weapons in your home, you need to get rid of them. Do you understand that? No drugs or alcohol while you're out on bond, and no communication with her or any of her family members. Don't be calling her mother, brothers, sisters, or anybody. Is that clear?
Judge, I would also ask that he be admonished that no contact also extend to any third parties he may direct, just so that he understands that there just is to be no communication.
Yeah, that's what I told him. No family members. This will expire on November 7th. I'm going to ask that communication, no communication order stay in place until this case is resolved, which means until this is over with, no communication with this individual. You understand? Don't be visiting her place of employment, her school, or work. You'll get a copy of this protective order when you're released. You were shown a copy or you were advised of it when you were magistrated. There's a copy here and you'll be given a copy when you leave. So there's no excuse that you didn't know. I'm telling you now, and you'll get a copy when you get out of here. Is that clear? How old are you, sir?
31.
You have a job?
I'm currently in CDO school.
Which where at?
CDO school in South Texas Institute
How long have you been in there?
for 6 months,
How long is the program?
a whole year
What city do you live in?
in South Texas.
Who do you live with?
I just moved in with my parents.
What's the bond set at? 20,000?
20,000, Judge, for a stalking case.
Okay. We'll order again, no contact with the victim or the victim's family. There isn't a protective order in place. We'll order monthly UAs through probation. Same thing I told the other individual. You will be contacted to go in and get drug tested. You come back positive for drugs or alcohol, I'm gonna put you back in jail. Is that clear? No weapons. We'll order that you be released to AIP officials, which means you can go to work or you can go to school, but you have to give them a copy. Somebody will contact you. You provide them a copy of your schedule. If you're supposed to be in class, they're gonna go check it. If you're there, it's not a problem. If you're not there when you're supposed to be, or you're not at home when you're supposed to be, that's a violation. They'll notify me. You could end up back in jail. Is that clear? Bond will be reduced. $5,000 cash surety. Anything else on that case, Reggie?
No, that's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
You have another one. I have another. I think
Oh, I
there's another
do?
one. Well, let me check. No, that's it.
Okay. Okay,
That's
thank
it.
you, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, you bet. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Next case we're gonna call is, go ahead and have a seat, sir. C 4273-24-8, State of Texas versus Edward Cantu. Speak English, correct, Mr. Cantu? Judith, this is your
Yes.
motion.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Judith Cantu for Edward Cantu, no relation. Judge, he's being held for a possession of a controlled substance, a state jail felony. It's penalty group 1B less than gram. His bond is set at $15,000. He's been in custody since August the 30th. He has no resources for a bond. I was court appointed, so he is indigent. He is asking for a bond reduction, Your Honor. He does have some mental issues that he's supposed to be taking medication for, and he said that has not been addressed. So the jail has not been giving him his medication. So he asked that the court lower his bond, perhaps put him on AIP, a PR bond, so he can get the help he needs.
Judge,
What says the state?
we've been able to agree to a 5,000 cash as surety. I don't know if, and we'll leave it in the court's discretion, but we think 5,000 cash as surety is reasonable, Your Honor.
How old are you, Mr. Cantu?
46.
How old?
46, sir.
46?
Yes, sir.
Look 46, sir. What city do you live in?
Dallas, Texas.
Who do you live with?
I live with my sister. My grandma just passed away, so I live with my sister.
A house or an apartment?
A house.
Huh?
Yes, sir. I work underground construction, major cities, Westaco, McAllen, Hidalgo, Laredo.
Do what kind of construction?
Underground construction.
What does that mean?
Like, main water lines for major cities, like big cities. I just did a water tower here in Hidalgo, Texas, a project.
For what company?
Reynolds Constructions.
You work there full time?
Yes, sir. From 8 to 5. Sometimes I come out at 9.
I'm gonna order monthly UAs through probation. You're gonna get drug tested, sir. Stay clean or you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Bond will be reduced to $1,000 cash surety. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you. So just so you understand, Mr. Cantu, it's a cash as surety, so you will need $100 and a bondsman to get out.
All right, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have.
The case is not resolved. You're gonna have to show up at the courthouse at a later date to take care of it, so make sure you stay in contact with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Next case we're gonna call is C-4167-24-8, State of Texas versus Brenda De La Rosa. Speak English, Brenda? You speak English? Yes? Okay. Back to you, David. Your client's present, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. So she has apparently 4 new charges that total $210,000 in bonds, Your Honor. I think just at looking at them, they're clearly excessive because there's 3 drug cases and a tampering case. She had been before, I think she had been held previously on a couple misdemeanors, but I don't see any justification for bonds this high. She does have a job when she's outside, Judge. She's full-time, works at a drive-through convenience store. She can live with her sister at an address in Pharr, Texas. Her sister has a job, so she's gainfully employed. So Ms. De La Rosa can be released out to circumstances which should that are constructive and will ensure her presence. We're asking for PR bond, Judge. Additionally, as to the PC for the case, although the residence that the narcotics were allegedly found does, at the time, it belonged to her, the co-defendant acknowledged to law enforcement that he was actually the owner of all their narcotics. So there is that as mitigation.
What says the state?
Judge, we believe that the bonds are reasonable. I just want to bring to the court's attention that she has 2 verifications of incarceration, meaning like she was a flight risk at some point, Your Honor. We think they're reasonable based on the offenses, Your Honor.
She was arrested in June for possession.
A second
and
degree.
unlawful carrying a weapon. I think those were, the verifications were probably filed because of these new charges.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
The POM, the complaint's already been filed, David, so I don't have any jurisdiction over that.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna order monthly UAs. You better stay clean or you're gonna end up back in jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm gonna order that she be released to AIP officials. No contact with your co-defendant. The other one that was arrested with you, no contact with him. Do you understand me? He doesn't live in your house anymore, does he? No weapons. If you have any weapons at your house, you need to get rid of them. Is that clear? Bond on the 2 verifications will be reduced to $1,000 cash surety each one. The tampering charge will be $1,000 PR. The possession control penalty group 3 will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. And the possession penalty group 1 will be reduced to $10,000 cash surety. So that's a total of 10, 15, 16, 17. 17,000? 10, 15.
18 maybe, Judge? I think 18.
Yes, Your
But
Honor.
one's a PR.
One's a PR, yeah, so it's 17,000 cash surety, 1,000 PR. Anything else on that one, David?
No, Judge, that's all I have. Thank you very much for the adjustments. We appreciate it.
All right. Good
Have a
luck
good
to you,
day,
man.
Judge.
Stay out of trouble.
Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you.
Next case we're gonna call is C 4214-24-J, State of Texas versus Juan Gaitan. Gaitan?
Yes.
You speak English?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dan Mora, this is your motion.
Good afternoon, Judge. We've got an evading arrest on Mr. Gaitan. There is an evading arrest with a previous conviction set at 5,000 cash surety, theft of property at 6,000, Judge. There is another case, which is the resisting arrest that has a cause number out of County Court 9. So it's just on these two, Judge. Obviously, he's been appointed. He's indigent. Judge, we're asking for something very reasonable to try to get him. But it's an evading arrest, I believe. I think that might be the only one that's and
Says the
that.
state.
But for the enhanced, Judge.
We actually believe the bonds are actually kind of low, Judge, but we think they should remain the same. His history, he's got he's a flight risk, Your Honor. He has so many cases, and we just think that it's actually a low bond, and we'd ask that it stay the same, Your Honor.
Sir, Dan, how old are you, sir?
51, sir.
You on probation right now, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
2 cases, right?
Yes.
And then I don't know if you know, but he was recently put on probation, looks like 2 felony cases. Well, just recently, and was actually ordered, looks like he just got out of ISF.
Yeah.
He was put on probation in March of this year on 2 felony cases. Looks like part of that was they sent him to ISF. Did you go to treatment?
Yes, sir, I did, and I finished it successfully, and I was actually the senior coordinator there, and
You were actually what?
I was actually the senior coordinator there, and the group facilitator for the whole.
City do you live in, sir?
I live in Mission, sir,
Who do you live with?
with my mother.
A house or apartment?
No, in a house, sir. She owns it.
You have a job? Any type of job?
Well, right now, we're undergoing, I was only just doing like odd jobs, like landscaping and stuff, but I was trying to follow through with my career with fiber optics. I have a certificate and degree on that.
After you got out of ISF, did you report to probation?
Yes, sir, I did. That's the first thing I did, and then I went the second day, and I even took a UA. I came out clean. I know I'm not perfect, you know, Your Honor, without due respect, you know, but I'm trying my best, and I do seek help still, and I was still I ran into my girlfriend and her family actually trying to help me taking me to make him harder, and
They will stick with that plan, sir. Don't get any more trouble. The judge that set your bond originally from McAllen, Judge Sepulveda, part of the order was that you not go back to La Plaza Mall. Do you understand that?
sure, and no, I'm not gonna do that no more.
Listen to me. Listen, do not go back there. You will be arrested. Is that clear?
May I say something else, sir?
I'll just hang on.
Good.
Also, Mr. Gaitan, you're on probation. You picked up 2 new charges. There's a very high possibility that they may file motions to revoke, and even if you get out on bond, you may end up back in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand that.
Right now, I didn't see any motions to revoke file. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna order that you continue reporting to probation.
Yes, sir.
Get out on bond, continue reporting. No drugs or alcohol while you're out on bond and while you're on probation, sir. So they may continue drug testing you. Come back positive, that's not gonna help you at all. You understand that?
I really want to get out there so I can improve myself.
Bond on the evading charge will be reduced to $2,000. Cash surety. Bond on the theft charge will be reduced to $2,000. Cash surety also. A total of $4,000, sir. Cash surety. Bonds are usually charged 10 to 15%. So you're talking about $400 or so to get out. Do you understand that?
And he can't go to the mall, Your Honor. He can't go to the mall or any of the restaurants or anything like that.
Yeah, do not go to the mall, sir. You're restricted from that area. You still have that resisting charge. The complaint has been filed in another court. Your attorney will set up a court date with that judge to see if he'll reduce your bond there. You understand? I don't have any control over that one. It's gonna go
Yes,
before.
that's already been filed, Judge.
All right.
Possibly, Your Honor, that I can, you can help me out with a PR bond on that.
Not on those two cases, sir.
The AA.
They'll get you one on the resisting charge. All right, go ahead. Good luck to you. Go ahead and have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, have a good afternoon. Thank you. Santos, I don't see, Rudy Moreno, we're gonna call C 4175-24-I, State of Texas versus Juan Rojas. Speak English, Mr. Rojas. Rudy Moreno.
Good morning, Judge. Dave Palacio standing in for Rudy Moreno.
Judge, we
Compliance
can,
President. Go ahead.
Judge, we
for-
can stick to a 35,000 cash surety if the defense will agree to that, Your Honor.
For this case, we're asking for $1,000 surety bond. The reason because he's an indigent client, as well as the matters of the case from what my client told me, which was that he was unconscious during a medical emergency. As the police came in, he was he was taken to the hospital, but during that transaction, he kicked an officer in the groin, which caused the assault charge. And when he was in ICU, he was informed of what he did, but he did not remember the act. So based on that, that's why we're asking for $1,000 surety bond.
But not remembering it's not a defense to an offense, Your Honor. I mean, he assaulted police, and we think 35,000 is reasonable. It's a reduction that we think is reasonable.
But based on that, it was involuntary. So he was unconscious. It was a matter of intent or anything.
I didn't see any priors on this individual. Do you see anything, Michelle? Mr. Rojas, how old are you, sir?
24, sir.
Graduated from high school?
No, I dropped out because I only have a single mom parent, so I left to work. My senior, I dropped out. I only need 2 credits to finish.
Do you have a job right now?
Before the incident, I was working refineries, so I just came down the weekend. But I guess the officers didn't know I had staph infection in my bloodstream that was already going to my head, which is called disorientated. So when I was admitted to the emergency room, they gave me a lung concussion. So from 1 a.m., they took me to emergency room to 8 a.m. From 8 a.m., they found I had lung concussion. They found I had liver.
And you had what?
A staph infection.
Okay.
And a lung concussion, which is blunt force trauma done to your lungs.
All right, hang on just a minute.
Judge, he just told you he has no ties to this community. Like, he just was visiting. So that would be our other argument, Your Honor. No ties to the community of flight risk.
Who are you visiting here in the valley?
No. I work refineries. I go to work. So I came down the
Who
weekend.
are you visiting here in the valley?
I wasn't busy. I was staying at my mom's.
Okay.
When I come down to work, I stay at my mom's.
What city is that in?
Alamo. That's the address on my ID. 436.
How long has your mom lived here? How long have you lived here?
Oh, all my life.
Working in refineries?
Yes, but since the incident, I've been at the house. I can't work. So for the last since May, I was in ICU. So the doctor told me I couldn't work for 2 months. So I've been going to for the kidney and liver failure. I've been getting checkups. I was supposed to go get a CAT scan. My medication renewed.
When's the last time you went to the doctor?
Maybe like a month ago. I was supposed to go this month before they pick me up to get a CAT scan of my.
You got a resisting charge also, sir, and the complaint's already been filed on that one. So I can't, your bond is set at $10,000. I don't have any control over that. Your attorney will have to contact that judge in that court and get a hearing date on that matter to see if the judge will consider reducing the bond. I'm gonna order monthly UAs. If you're out on probation, I mean, if you get out on bond, probation is gonna contact you to get drug tested once a month, maybe more. You come back positive for drugs or alcohol, I'm gonna put you back in jail. Do you understand that? Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. Make sure if you get out, stay in contact with your attorney. Good luck to you. Have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You want to contact these two? See the answers. The next case we're going to call is C 4188-24-8, State of Texas versus Crystal Vasquez. Speak English, Crystal?
Yes.
Okay, this is your motion. Your client's present. You may proceed.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. So my client, Ms. Vasquez, she's 38 years old, United States citizen, lifelong resident of the Edinburgh Elsa area. She was involved in a car accident that was what gave rise to her arrest in this instance. And she does have 5 children, ages 19, 16, 14, 8, and 3. So 4 of them are minors. And she's living with her parents. Her mother who has Alzheimer's, and so she cares for her mother as much as possible. Your Honor, she does have a $20,000 bond on a state jail felony possession of controlled substance. This is her first felony, and we're asking for a PR bond, Your Honor. So
Judge, we're not objecting to that. A PR is fine with us, Judge, if it's okay with you.
Okay. Ms. Vasquez, where do you live? Who do you live with?
My parents,
You know your address?
107 West Edinburgh Avenue.
Is that where you get the mail?
Yes, PO Box 1821,
P.O. Box?
1821, Elsa, Texas.
Address changes, you can notify your attorney or the jail here, because the court's gonna send you a letter to that address or whatever address you gave. You actually gave a 107 West Edinburgh Avenue,
That's the physical.
but you don't get the mail there, right?
No.
So before you get released, make sure you give them the P.O. Box so that they know where to send the letter. Because you're gonna have to show up at the courthouse at a later date, take care of these charges. You understand that? When you get out, contact your attorney, make sure you give her all your contact information. I'm gonna order monthly UAs through probation. You're gonna get drug tested every month, maybe more often than that. If you come back positive, I'm gonna put you back in jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You can't take care of your kids if you're in here, right? Right?
Right.
Bond will be reduced to $2,000 PR for monthly UAs. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have nothing for the moment. Thanks. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Get an answer, and he's gonna try to log in. Going out from federal court.
Okay. Next case we're gonna call is C 4270-24-J, State of Texas versus Gumaro Garcia. You speak English, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garcia's present. His attorney is Jorge Ortegon. I don't see him on the screen. My staff just tried contacting him. There was no answer.
Judge, we can agree to reduce it to 5,000 cash surety, even if he's not here, if you want, Judge.
No, that's what I was gonna ask you. Mr. Garcia, your attorney's not present. I'm not sure what happened, but the state has agreed to reduce your bond to $5,000 cash surety. It's currently set at 10,000, so they've agreed to cut it in half. Where do you live, sir?
I live in Palm Beach.
Who do you live with?
My mom,
How old are you?
48.
You have a job?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
For construction.
Where?
For construction,
Who do you work for?
for a contractor, Manuel Garcia.
Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. I'm gonna order monthly UAs through probation department.
Is there any way you can lower it? Without, so I can go out to work?
Well, and cut it in half. Are you on probation or parole right now?
No.
Saw a lengthy history on him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, you have a lot of history, sir, on thefts and burglaries.
So we thought 5,000 cash surety was reasonable based on his history, yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. I'll reduce it to $2,500, but I'm gonna put you on AIP, which means you're gonna be under house arrest. You can work, but you need to notify, they're gonna go check on you. If you're supposed to be home and you're not there, like I told the other individuals, they're gonna notify me and we're gonna put you back in jail because those are violations. You understand that?
How much?
$2,500 cash surety.
Who do I get in contact with?
They're gonna come and check, sign you up here before you release. You can only be released to them. So they're gonna come here, sign you up, gonna have you sign a contract telling you what the rules are. If you don't follow those rules, they're gonna notify me and you're gonna end up back in jail. You understand? All right.
Bail bond?
What?
Do I pay a bail bond?
You're gonna have to contact the bondsman also.
Okay.
Good luck to you, sir. Go ahead and have a seat. The next case we're gonna call is C 4269-24-J, State of Texas versus Adrian Hernandez. Santos Maldonado is his attorney. My staff got a hold of him. He was getting out of federal court, said he was gonna try and log on. I don't see him as of yet.
Judge, I can agree to reduce it to 15,000 cash surety for Mr. Maldonado, and we believe that's reasonable.
Okay, let me check this out real quick. Mr. Hernandez, how old are you, sir? Are you on probation or parole, sir?
None.
Where do you live, sir?
On Mission, Texas.
Who do you live with?
My wife.
You have a job?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
Valley Chips and Floors.
What do you do there?
I do polishing
How long have you been working there?
for 20 years.
Children?
Yes, sir.
How old are they?
25, 23, 19, 18, and 5.
A lot of kids. 5?
Yes, sir.
And you're not on probation or parole, correct?
No, sir.
In order monthly drug testing, sir, you need to stay clean, you understand?
Yes, sir.
You come back positive for drugs or alcohol, I'm gonna put you back in jail, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you answer your phone when probation calls you to show up,
Yes, sir.
and you show up the day they tell you, not a week later,
Yes, sir.
the day after. You show up when they tell you to show up. Bond will be reduced to $2,500 cash surety.
Thank you.
It's just a bond reduction, sir, to get you out. You're still gonna have to show up at the courthouse at a later date
Yes, sir.
to take care of this case. So make sure, did you hire Mr. Maldonado or was he? Okay, make sure you stay in contact with him when you get out. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Shall I think that's everybody.
That's
Anybody's name
it.
I didn't call? Okay. Yeah.
That's
All
it.
right,
That's
thank
all
you
I
for your
have.
help.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Have a
Have a
good-
great day. Thank you.
You too, bye-bye.